Other than this amazingly hot night, try not to stay too long, although it is quite nice in here. We will get started. I'm gonna move to number 4, adoption of the committee minutes. I have a motion here. Moved by Mike Nagel, seconded by Gord McKenzie, that the minutes of the Plympton-Wyoming Special Events Committee and those confidential minutes of the closed sessions of the committee remain confidential and restricted from public disclosure in accordance with the exemptions provided in the Municipal Freedom of Information Protection Act, and that's referring to the meeting minutes of June 3rd, 2024. We'll get the minute. We'll say all in favor. In the package, we have the payables list. A couple things will be taken off. Music for Canada Day, the third one down, that can come off. The Dragon's Breath Entertainment, the balance owing can come off. The Kitty's Fun Track balance owing can come off. Regarding those, we have 365 days to reschedule before we lose any money. Those ones they did get canceled in time, but this one here is supposed to be I think that's all that has to come off of that one.
Wacky Jacks
Balls.
for Canada Day.
Oh, right down that one. Okay, yep.
Brad, just can you go back over that again? You said there's 3 of them.
Yeah,
Five.
5, sorry.
Okay, so
Music for Canada Day, that can come off. The balance owing for Canada Day for Dragon's Breath. The balance owing for Kitty's Fun Track can come off. And the Wacky Jacks for Canada Day can come off.
Oh, sorry, that's
So
4.
that's 4.
Yeah.
And then in terms of receivables, Bubbles, he paid his money in advance, but he said just hold it over for the next one. That's fine. That hot dog guy paid it, so we do have to return his money because we're not scheduled to have him for the rest of the year. So I can either get it from the town sometime and then take it to him in Sarnia, whichever. Jennifer from Blanchet, she said, hold it over, that's fine. Yeah, so that's all.
The mini donuts.
That's for picnic in the park though.
Okay.
So that
Yeah.
was okay. Anybody else have any questions on the payables, receivables? I have a motion here moved by Gord, seconded by Brenda, that the events committee receive and approve the payables for June 2024. All in favor? Carried. Thank you. Picnic in the park review. Awesome. Yes, is the first word that comes to mind. Because stuff is so spread out in the park, it's really hard to gauge how many people were there, but the lines didn't seem to diminish at all day long. Weather was good. All the food vendors were quite happy. I chatted with some of the ride people. They were quite happy because they were steady from beginning to end. And I just think it was another successful event. Didn't get around to talk to the vendors that had come in for the different groups. I don't know, Mike, I know you were popping around. Did you happen to know? Okay.
They seem to have pretty good crowds that
Yeah. Yep, I agree. A lot of comments on the music, from people, which was nice to hear. The two performers had a great time, although they said maybe next time try to put in a little bit of shade. Okay, we'll try. It was quite good. Anybody else have anything to comments that they heard or good, bad, and different for Canada today or for Park Review?
Well, the one lady that was there was a classical violinist, so she was really enjoying Leah. And playing.
Nice.
Is that Leah Graymont?
He's talented, like just unbelievably talented.
Brother.
He
He doesn't jump around and twirl the bow as much as her brother.
yeah, he's pretty wild. Anyway, picnic in the park, quite happy with it. Definitely quite happy with it. Canada Day, just I want to shout out to everybody for kind of coming together 24 hours in advance and making the hard decision to cancel because of the impending weather, and we each had different things we had to take care of. So I just want to say thank you to each and one of you for doing that. Unfortunately, we did have to cancel, but then the weather turned out to be decent, but we had to have 24 hours notice, or else we'd have lost about $7,000. So we kind of just had to make the executive decision to put it off.
The park was also very wet. We were there during the day with the kids and it was very mushy walking around, so.
There would have been no fire department because we were at a call till 1 p.m.
So unfortunately, that was put off, but like I said, for Canada Day, what we had planned, with the ride company and the Dragon's Breath, we do have 365 days to book them again, and then we won't lose anything. So whether that being next year or whether one of them being Dragon's Breath will get put off maybe to this upcoming event. We're not. I think in that green sheet that I sent out to everyone there, I think it still did cost us about 4,000. Everything, so cost us roughly 4,000 for that day. Or you had talked to Alton and Vickers, what were their responses? Are they?
Thank you very much.
They weren't mad though or anything?
No, they were quite in agreement. I got to Alton Wines and when he was getting ready to come, but they were thankful when I was speaking to Ann Alton Saturday. And she said, yeah, sometimes it's great not to have to go.
Sorry, Brad, just to clarify. Yeah. The 4,000 for the expenses, but aren't those deposits coming back? Because we can use them still?
Those are deposits. Yeah.
I think the only thing we'll look at is the liquor license.
Yeah, right. And the ads.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anything else for Canada Day that anyone has comments on? No, okay, moving on, Main Street grant update. Swimming Adam,
I did let council know, between our last two meetings that we were not successful in the Jimmy's grant. So we unfortunately will not be getting the extra Christmas decorations for Christmas in the village, nor will we have a Christmas drone show, sorry.
fine. Point four, safety day update. So there's the extra sheet I gave out, kind of run down the list of what's on the go and confirmed and still pending. The Bubbles Ice Cream's confirmed. Lions Club confirmed, Boulanger confirmed, Truck and Mom is confirmed. The other thing too, Nicole, he also paid, right? He also paid as well for Canada Day.
Yeah.
So I'll have to pick up from him and I'll just maybe give it to him the day of. Okay. We had a subcommittee meeting the other night at the fairgrounds. We met with the convener for the Ride Safe program there. And we went over the layout, kind of what we were thinking. I sent it to Nicole, if she can pull that up, please. So on the east end of the grounds, she's going to have 4 LCs, I think.
Or,
So Natalie is taking care of the whole green box. We're not having a thing to do with it. But she has 4 bouncies there that come with their own generators. And she's running the bike course on the paved section there, and then a face painter kind of by the building. Moving to the left, I guess, still then, all the brown rectangle there, that'd be the town's float, if we can borrow that. Just in front of the building, that would be where hopefully Dragon's Breath is going to entertain. Jessica, I know that you had said that they're coming, or you've reached out to them and they're available.
Confirmed for July, but I haven't heard back whether they said yes or no. That was a couple days ago. They take a couple days to respond.
Respond, okay. Okay, so that will be the float for them. And I'll get you Al the whole list of everything that we're going to need tomorrow. Back.
Thank you.
Next on there is an extrication demo. It's mostly on the cement or the paved part, a little bit on the gravel maybe, but there's a big area there for you. The X's off to the left is kind of barricaded. We're going to be coming in the back of the fairgrounds. I've already talked to Christine from the office. She's gonna move her soccer things. And I talked to the janitor and he will come down and open the back gate for me. We're also gonna barricade the front entrance because Natalie's just concerned with traffic by the kids there, which I understand. And I think I sent you the go-ahead, right, for the Plympton sanitation. Okay, so there's gonna be a handicap washroom, a regular washroom. All the X's are hand wash stations, which we have 3 of them. The whole safety vendor area is all in purple there. I can run through those right now that as of right now are coming. So Enbridge, yes. CN, as long as they don't have a strike, there should be somebody there. Victim services, yes. OPP, they probably won't commit until the day prior, but it looks like yes. Rapid Family Health Team with a child car seat clinic, I guess you'd call it, Mike. Our department, Alex, right?
7 of us so far, yeah.
Okay. Hydro One, did you get anywhere at all?
no, I'm gonna follow up one more time this week and keep my fingers crossed.
That's the only one we're struggling with is Hydro One, and all the contacts we've had for Hydro One are just not panning out, so. I don't know, we've had Kelly Nichols, who we've always talked to. I don't know whether there's anybody else with any information for Hydro One.
No, all my local contacts are not very useful anymore because they've regionalized everyone, so there is no real local contacts because they can't really do much on their own. So, and trying to get someone through, you know, offices in Beachville or wherever is just painful, so I would probably plan not to have them there.
Transport Canada Office of Boating Safety confirmed. Farm Safety, Mike, did they?
Heard back. They had their meeting on Thursday, but I haven't heard.
Yeah. Do you want us to follow up with farm safety because did you get a hold of Agnes Dickinson? She's usually pretty good to get back to you. We have a counselor that sits on that. So we could fire him up on Wednesday and find out. Get him working on it as well, if you like, Mike.
Sure.
I guess the more that we have, the better. But Agnes is usually really good.
Yeah.
EMO confirmed
The main
one way or the other.
The main participant will be the town's emergency manager, with myself. We'll man the booth, hand out flyers, give out information. EMO is committed to join as long as there's not an emergency in Ontario. So I would not promise that they'll be there, and understand that they'll be sending documents through early though. So I'm bringing my own tent. Because we don't actually have a tent. It's probably something we should invest in the future here. And we'll get a table set up and definitely do a little, you know, emergency preparedness information stand.
Okay, perfect. Crime Stopper, starting Lambton on the back side there, they were coming, they're now unable to come. Mr. Bailey. He most likely will not be able to come, but Michelle's gonna be sending a bunch of swag and information, so I'm hoping that our Mr. Mayor could, Bailey.
What do you got for food booths?
Lots to pick from.
Lots to pick from.
That's all right. I slayed them this morning too, so. Yeah, I don't know if Bob's available or not. I know he's next week. Next 2 weeks, he's on the road. He's in Ottawa and a few other places. He's down in the States on a committee. So I don't know. It could be legitimate that he might not be available. So.
Well, Michelle said he wouldn't be attending, but then she was short, so I didn't know, but anyway, they're gonna get me a bunch of stuff and we'll kind of look after a table for him.
Oh, okay.
So back to the map there, all of the picnic tables, I guess, Al, whatever you have again, kind of in that general area just south of the Lions Pavilion.
Quite a number of them already at the fairgrounds there that we've left there.
Okay.
If we need more, I mean, if you give me a rough number, we can make sure that's there. But I think there's 10 or 12 tables over there now.
Okay.
We're looking for more.
And then how many would be back over the works yard? And
We built 20 this year, so there's 20 new ones in the work yard.
Do we want to put? I know it might be squished, but do we want to maybe move the bleachers to where people could sit, like have an elevated view to watch Dragon's Breath? Or maybe even like angled, kind of like past the food, so that it could be for Dragon's Breath and the extraction.
know that the bleachers are at the back corner, right? And we would have to drag them up, but do we have the room for it, I guess was my concern.
I just feel
We would
like,
need one.
yeah,
We'd only probably just need one. but-
yeah, I just feel like especially with a lot of families, it would be easier for people to see.
Other than Dragon's Breath, is there anything else on the stage?
Well, Dragon's Breath, but then the excavation, the extraction demonstrations there in that same area. So it might be nice to have, like, even if we put them like here, kind of angled.
You've been a ways. What's Dragon's Breath? I guess I gotta ask that question.
It's the fire demonstrations.
I'm sorry, every time you say Dragon's Breath and Safety Day, I picture one of the firefighters turning around. They got the fire.
Please don't do that. They were expensive.
You're gonna have bleachers down by the water ball thing, aren't you?
I wasn't planning on it because I wasn't 100% sure what form water ball was taking.
Yeah, it won't be enough people for a full game. It'll be more so the kids can play,
Well, like a demonstration type thing.
so the kids can spray it. Yeah. We got 7 people.
Enough for a team.
Nobody else responded either, none of the other fire departments. Summer's hard.
Good news, we have 7 people.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
That's the good news, because at first I had me and 2 other people.
Yeah, anybody out of Wyoming?
What's that?
Anybody from Wyoming?
2 from Wyoming so far.
Might be able to put one bleacher. What's the distance, Brad or Melissa, from the extraction to the Dragon's Breath? Is that, are you in front of the ambassador room door there, Brad?
Well, yeah, and then it should end up roughly at the sliders, the main entrance there, so
So it'll be close to the extraction one.
close enough. The times are all like staggered, so
But they're not overlapping.
they don't
yeah.
overlap anything, right?
But Melissa's right, I think you need a bleacher or something there for people to sit on. Even if we had 2 of them, we could move one.
Especially for the extrication demo, because I was talking to the fire chief, because we'll have to have certain minimum distances from where the people are, so it'll be pretty crowded.
I mean, we
Might
could
be.
put one on the other side for the extrication demo. It's not gonna be in the way.
Kind of like here, that, the 2,
Yeah. Yeah, we could,
one there maybe,
one
and then
there.
one over here.
yeah, or even on the other side,
On
but
there?
yeah. And then it's really out of the way, right?
Jimmy still had to drag those still.
I'm sorry, Brent.
Jimmy still have to drag those with the tractor.
Yeah, they might have the forks. For the new tractor with the bucket, or they took the bucket up and they got forks for it,
Okay, I'll,
but I think he might probably just hook on with a chain.
okay, I'll, yell at him over the fence then.
Just to give a little bit more seating, because I feel like those should be big enough draws that it would be nice to have.
We need dressing room. Change room.
Drag it through.
Again, yeah.
What kind, just a secluded area from the public or?
Had a dressing room where they could keep their stuff, so they didn't specify exactly what they needed, so.
Are they bringing
Changing in,
sound equipment too?
they can, they asked whether they needed to, so it'll be the same questions as last time.
Cause if we use our sound equipment that we purchased, I can just get it from the ambassador room and then they could just maybe throw their stuff around the corner. Would that be okay, Gary? I think it's just that no one steals your stuff, I'm assuming.
Yeah, what are they looking at, clothes or equipment, or what are they,
They didn't specify, they just said asked if we had a change room for them, like,
we could utilize the ambassador, even put it in the boardroom, they put the change in there if they got clothes to change. I can make sure that's open.
The idea of their sound equipment though. I like the idea of their sound equipment, so we don't have to worry about that stuff.
They're probably comfortable using their own stuff, whether they have headsets or whatever.
I'm okay with that. Definitely,
Something away from us to have to be responsible for.
yeah, I'm okay with that.
Can we go over the specific times of everything? I know it's not firm yet, but just so we have.
Yeah. Mike, I did some posters there. I did all the posters. Mike was out and gave a bunch to the fireplace for their half of the event. They already got some distributed already.
And it's on community calendars on the Fox and.
Already? It's already shared amongst all the groups. Alex, you're going to Facebook soon?
Yeah, because I'm gonna do, since it's such a short period of time, I'm gonna do several, like I'll have one that's specific about the Auto X, one about Craig is best. And run them. So it's just announcing the same thing over again for the next couple weeks.
And if we could remind people, they tend to bring their own lights.
Yeah.
Definitely one of the.
Should be gone.
Can we, like this flyer is on here, can we boost that post and just like intensify around Plympton-Wyoming?
Yeah, because I can do I was gonna do a generic one with this, but then a specific one for the ride, the bike rodeo, a specific one for the Auto X. A specific one for driving. And $50 in 2 weeks is a lot of money, really, so I can do several ads.
Yeah.
These around town as well, these posters.
It will be. Yeah, we had done 40 to begin with and they took 30. And Gord took some, right?
Yeah, it took about 7, 8.
So more got done.
We got one today.
So the timing that we have. Starting here, 12 Dragon's Breath?
Yeah.
The Dragon's Breath we have scheduled for 12 and 2. There's 2 shows, right, Jessica?
they have the roaming entertainment.
And then the rowing, okay. The water ball fun for kids, I guess is what we'll call it, 12:30 and 2:30. And in there, kind of 1 o'clock is gonna be the extrication demonstration. And I think we put on there, on the website, all times are subject to change. Well, that's what we'll try and shoot for. If it's off by a little bit, it's off by a little bit, but trying to stagger everything. The Ride for Pride event with Natalie in the green area, that's all 11 till 3 time frame.
Question, those bouncies that Natalie's got up there, they're all approved.
TSSA, yeah.
Yes.
She's supposed to be getting us the certificates, or she'll have them that day for us.
She's renting them from a company out of London.
iFast, which the town used 1.4, so they're all TSSA. I already asked her that one, but still want to get a copy of the insurance papers for the records here. I will remind her.
No safety trailer thing. I know we talked about it. Okay. But the water trailer is coming.
That was the understanding I was given. A lot of change this time.
No, we're
Yeah.
good.
I think you might be able to take time off for the water ball one, just because we'll probably have enough firefighters to have 2 or 3 there the whole time.
Okay.
Not that you'd want to have one going on during an entertainment, but he walks up, they can spray water anytime probably.
Okay.
Look into a hydrant, Alex.
Yeah, there's one right.
Yeah, just outside the gate, Nick.
Yeah, so last time they were spraying water, they just hooked straight to the hydrant. They didn't need the pumper.
Does the water truck come with cups?
No, because you just use it to fill your water bubbles.
I think we're getting cups from Cornish, right?
In case people
Thank
don't
you, sir.
remember their.
Shoes. So that's one thing I didn't account for on there, the water truck. Where would you like to put it?
Your water connection.
Where is it?
Okay, so where the washrooms are, there's a water connection just at the corner there on the left-hand side. Obviously I don't want the water truck right by the washrooms.
Is there one at
Would there be
the,
a hose?
Yeah, just the bottle of water hose they have. Needs to be relatively close, but
But if we had like, say, a 25-foot hose, I could run across the front of the building, we could have it in front of the purple area for safety there.
I'd have to check how long the hose is.
is there one on the Lions? Building there?
No, there's not. No, it's down in front of the Progress Building. Where, as Brad said, on the one side of it, out by the horse ring and at the cattle. The livestock building on the south there.
And then we're gonna do safety vendor bingo for the kids, or safety vendor passports for the kids.
There is a water hookup down by where the waterfall is, by that building there, but that's too far. Is that too far away?
Be a bad spot.
If you've got the,
Outside of that.
yeah,
Right, there.
Cause we could almost put it kind of centered-ish in the middle of the lane there, that way.
you got everything
Yeah.
blocked off.
And then it's near the bike course too, which is nice, cause kids will be hopped and.
Yeah, maybe we'll do that. I forgot there was one at the corner of the commercial building.
The other thing I'm thinking about too is if you're gonna be having that street blocked off for entrance in,
Yeah.
you probably have signs up at the corner.
Yep, I've got, so at the corner of Main and Toronto there, I've got a big 4-foot sign that we're gonna do the basic, go around the corner and up Niagara through the back gate.
We had them still from Canada today last year or no?
So these are just small.
Oh, okay.
So
The sawhorse there
yeah, a
to,
couple barricades to block off that section on half the road, but I'll get Al a whole complete list of everything we need.
We need to notify the residents that live there, or no, cause we're not really blocking off their street, we're just blocking.
well, we're not totally blocking it up, but maybe this closed to through traffic or.
Yeah.
With the saw, they go around it. Or well, Bill Lynn might be up and down the street on a scooter or something.
Most likely. Most likely. Any other questions on the layout?
We're gonna be putting up our own tent.
Yep, we'll fit her in somewhere. Not sure yet where. Probably. I want to put Enbridge first because they are. A sponsor. we'll probably go next to them, I would imagine. Anybody else have anything then for safety day? Still kind of getting answers back from people whether they're for sure coming or not, but
Where are you doing the face painting? Over by the, up by the
kind of the ambassador room double
outside or in?
out. There's a plug right there and she needs it for
Temperature.
air freshening.
Okay.
Else on that? Anybody else have anything for safety day this is our one and only time? Nicole, I will,
Oh, do we want lucky checks? No.
no. We need a motion to approve a budget, right? Right. Okay, so on the green sheet, I kind of have a rough idea. Jessica, I owe you one. Maybe.
What do you have in those?
Brad,
Mhm.
is there room if Aqua wanted to have an information booth they could, because they do a lot with drinking water safety?
Oh, yeah, for sure. On that, 2024 main events that I finally got caught up with all of where we're at so far for this year. So that's where this whole, this numbers is for. Washrooms and hand wash stations was $790, right, Nicole, I believe?
Yes.
And they are booked?
Yeah.
Okay. Scott's out of records, we gave him for the donation of the vehicle, we just were produced 2 signs for them. That we can put by them, they're using it there. Ad for Independence going in the paper this week, Facebook advertising, Alex, what do you figure?
75 would be fine for 2 weeks.
75 bag stuffers, do we want to do any bag stuffers for up at the grocery stores?
I don't think it hurts. We've got a shorter time frame with the event, so.
Okay. So maybe around, let's just ballpark it 150 then for bag stuffers. The Dragon's Breath balance I put in there, Jessica, 1068.48, that's kind of what is owing to them, so I'm gonna include that. They come,
Your check already ready for them then?
there will be. Signage per event, the Enbridge sponsor, that one's done, a bike rodeo sponsors. We told Natalie that we would do a sign for her sponsors for her portion of the event because the reference included on our flyer. So, and for all the signages. 250 maybe for all of those 3. Well, I'm totaling this up. If anyone else has any other expenses that they think of, we're gonna estimate high anyway. Approximately 2,500. We say 35, like we got.
Yeah.
So. We definitely aren't gonna move it by far. So I'm going to recommend probably a budget of, which is nicely padded of 3,500. Someone wants to make that a motion, first and seconder, so that the town is aware.
I'll make a motion.
Motion by Gord, seconded by Mike. The events committee. Budget of $3,500 for the safety event. All in favor? Thank you. So, yeah, just getting back to the sheets that I just gave out with all the facts and figures on it. The only note on there under the sponsorship side of it, I had on there interlink communications twice. Thank you, Mike, for that. So that changes the numbers through everything just a little bit, but not really by a lot. I finally got all the figures in for the Easter event, the picnic in the park event. Kind of more so a better snapshot of where we stand as of today. So that being said, there's room in the budget to, we were thinking since Easter was so successful in Kamlaki, we were wondering about maybe doing a Halloween event in Kamlaki. So that's something that we can maybe get together and discuss if we shouldn't, how to do it.
Yeah, I think we've already floated it out to the Optimist and they want to partner on an event.
Oh, do they? Okay, perfect, okay. And I would assume then right at the Kamlaki Hall again, because it just worked out well.
Do we wanna check then if they're available for maybe October 26th then? 'Cause that's the Saturday before Halloween.
Okay.
Just in case there's a wedding or something.
Or can I leave that?
I'll check that out. With Jess, she could tell you what's going on. Jess Wilson.
Well, okay, I haven't dealt with her. I just called the president.
Yeah, Jess does all the bookings, right? The cool.
I'll call her for it first here.
Yeah.
Anyway, if there's anything else that anyone can see that I've messed up on in terms of the expenses for everything or income, just kind of talk about it on the chat. Anything else for safety day before we move on? Probably the same time frame, being down there at around 9, I'm guessing.
Any help on Friday or that ahead of time?
Is anybody not going to be there? Charlene, okay.
I won't be there for setup, but I'll be there for the event.
Get the day out for.
I'll bring, I think Kamaki's probably gonna bring her pickup truck.
Oh, okay, just use the truck for people.
As long as you're there for the most important day, for the Easter bunny.
Okay, moving on, 6.5 Halloween event, we'll tentatively pencil something in for October 26th pending on availability. And then we'll get together and think about what we can do. Alex, while I'm thinking of it, is the Fairman having a movie night? Do you know? Heard?
So we haven't had an association meeting for a couple of months now, but I know last year they wanted to, just waited too long and never did.
So maybe something we can fit in then?
Maybe, I'm sure the association will be happy to help out to go in together.
Can we also set up the Facebook event for Christmas in the Village? I know it's far in advance, but we already know the date. So at least then people are kind of penciling it in.
Yep.
And while people are liking the safety event, then maybe they'll join both at the same time, so everyone knows them.
Plus you had also said most of that somebody else is advertised.
That was Brenda was saying,
Brenda.
Preston?
Elvingston.
Elvingston.
It's already advertised for Christmas event. Okay. You're right along.
Is there an event for safety day yet?
Once we get through safety day, that's kind of the last big event for this year. Then we can kind of see where we're at with smaller events, schedule maybe a time frame that works for all the participating people for Christmas in the Village, because I've already had a couple people ask when that's scheduled. I don't really want to think about it right now, I guess, but it will be coming.
We should also be thinking about.
Yep. Um. Anybody else have anything under number 6 there that I've missed or you need clarified or questions on?
Does anybody have a contact for the Anita Coffee person? I wonder if she'd be interested in coming to Christmas in the Village
It's
as.
on Saturday.
And usually in the wintertime, she takes up residency at this alternative location, so.
In one or the other. Right, do you have anything else under 6? No. 7 reports, nothing, correspondence, nothing. So I think that's about it. Also. We have a motion here by Brenda, seconded by Charlene, that the special events committee be adjourned. I'll read that again. That the special events committee be adjourned until the next special events meeting be held August 12th at 7 p.m.